Hey guys, Mike here with a new DLC review. Today's subject is Going Country Pack 10. This is the second Going Country pack to be released in the Rock Band 4 era. I won't bother with a long intro this time around. It's time to see if this pack is any fun. We shall begin with Burnin' It Down by Jason Aldean. I'm told the stems for this song are questionable, so let's just say they're partial DIY, but keep in mind that's probably not accurate. The main drum beat consists of 8 hits. The first thing I noticed is that the song itself has some triple kicks, but since this is Rock Band, only 2 of them are charted. Of course, with the triple kicks in mind, this is where I noticed that you're playing a drum machine. Yeah, this is what country stoops to in the current decade. Anyway, every 4th measure has some hi-hat rolls. No, really, I mean every 4th measure. Even when there's a break from the main beat, the 4th measure of said break has the hi-hat rolls, and then it resumes the beat. The last thing to mention is how the song ends. It ends on a lane re. Drums is incredibly repetitive on this song. You may find enjoyment on the hi-hat rolls or be incredibly annoyed by how often you have to do them. Personally, I'm in the latter group of people. I give drums a 3.5 out of 10. Bass is hard to explain. There aren't any consistent patterns in the song to actually describe. All I can say is that there are a lot of sustains with some basic strums and hopos in between. There's little to no continuity here, as if when the song was made, the producer said something like, let's just give it whatever, just make sure it sounds somewhat like it fits. It won't matter in the grand scheme because we're going to drown it out anyway. I give bass a 4 out of 10. Guitar is not what you would expect from a country song, if you even consider this to be one. For the record, I don't. Anyway, one of the trademark sounds of the country genre is the twangy guitars, correct? Well, not according to Jason Aldean or whoever was responsible for this mess. Burnin' It Down has none of that. Instead, you get to play a bunch of synth. Even the really short parts that sort of sound like an actual guitar is extra overproduced. This really dumbs down the quality of the chart. Throughout the song are different parts, including the Rock Band version of an extended sustain. Most of the song in general is just the same synth pattern. It really is pathetic, but I don't blame harmonics for this sort of thing. I blame the person who thought, yes, an EDM song should have a country singer. 2.5 out of 10. Now that I have that crap out of the way, let's discuss the one part of the song that is country. Of course, I mean the vocals. Burnin' It Down really is the bare minimum of variety. The verses are the same, the pre-choruses are the same, and the choruses are the same. There are 2 bridges as well. Guess what? Those are the same as well. I'd say you could write this off as a bad solo song. But what of the harmonies? Surely the harmonies will make up for the lackluster variety, right? No. This subject is even worse. If anyone remembers my review of Iris from way back when, I complained that every harmony phrase in said song was just following the lead at a different octave. Now, what happens when you take that same concept and give it fewer phrases? You get Burnin' It Down by Jason Aldean. Well, that basically cancels this whole song out for the casual players. Let's get to the scores. The melody score is a 3 out of 10. Very little worth mentioning. The harmony score is a 1 out of 10. I would sooner suggest the disturbed version of The Sound of Silence before this. The party score is a 7 out of 10. This is easily the only reason to ever consider buying this song, with the exception of people who like the song. The final vocal score is a 3.7 out of 10. For those looking for a fun chart, Burnin' It Down appeals to pretty much nobody. The song is so bland on every instrument that We Got the Beat suddenly doesn't look so bad. I still think the song is a waste of money. Purchase at your own discretion. I give Burnin' It Down by Jason Aldean a total score of a 3.4 out of 10. The next song is Body Like a Back Road by Sam Hunt. I'm really glad I don't have his last name. Anyway, the stems for the song are legitimate. Drums is probably the most pathetic excuse of a chart I've ever seen. The main beat for this song is 1 hit. The song itself is rather slow, so this translates to being boring and pointless. It'll throw some kicks in there as well, and there are a couple parts where you get a 2-hit beat instead. Oh, and have fun with the lanes. Can't forget about that. I give drums a 1.5 out of 10. Bass begins with a 9-measure wait. Remember when I said drums was probably the most pathetic excuse of a chart? Yeah, I think I spoke too soon. This bass chart is about as fun as reaching into a goat's butthole trying to find cocaine. That crazy Rusky. Anyway, here we have a 3-minute song with fewer than 100 notes. Need I say more? I give bass a 1.5 out of 10. Guitar is mostly just 4 chords. There are some bits with hopos. Much like with Burnin' It Down, you play a lot of synth in place of the twangy guitar. There really isn't anything else going on here. It just sucks. I give guitar a 2 out of 10. Vocals in Body Like a Back Road is much like in Burnin' It Down. very little variety. The difference here is that the harmonies are better, unfortunately not by much. The red harmony is all good and different from the lead, but the yellow harmony has only one phrase worth mentioning, and it's right before chorus 3. The rest of the song is just talkies for said part. Also, I would like to point out the one overdrive phrase in the last chorus. On harmonies, this is 100% pointless, as you don't get a chance to activate after getting it. The scores are as follows. The melody score is a 4 out of 10. Very little variety, but a little more jumping around than burning it down. The harmony score is a 5 out of 10. Good for 2 people, bad for 3. The party score is an 8 out of 10. I personally find it sad that I feel the need to put the score that high. The thing is, the song is as popular as Sam Hunt gets. The final vocal score is a 5.7 out of 10. Vocals is the only somewhat redeeming thing for this song. Guitar, bass, and drums as a whole are downright atrocious. I give Body Like a Back Road a total score of a 2.7 out of 10. Our final song is That Don't Impress Me Much by Shania Twain. The stems are DIY, nothing to see here. Drums has a 4-hit beat. And that's really all it has. There are a couple parts that are different, but nothing to write home about. This is a good song for those who need something simple to practice a basic beat on. It's pretty much nothing for everyone else. I give drums a 3.5 out of 10. Bass is, how do I put this? Bass is something that exists. Most of the song is just the same 4 sustains. There are some extra notes in there to keep you on your toes, but again, there's nothing special. I give bass a 2.5 out of 10. Guitar is mostly basic chords. There are plenty of parts with some hopos, and there are more of those here than in the other 2 songs, and that makes this the best guitar song for the week. It's still pretty bland overall, and you can tell by how little I'm saying. I give guitar a 4.5 out of 10. Just as a fair warning, I'm about to get a little preachy here. Vocals has a lot of little slides. This is also the best harmony song in this pack. This all sounds great, and it kind of is. But there's something about this song that bothers me. Something that isn't going to affect the score, but it's also something I need to get off my chest. The lyrics. With the other Shania Twain song in the game, Any Man of Mine, it's just creeping around in my consciousness, and I can't help but want to break something. Both that song and this song are just, my man has to be exactly like this, and there's no exception to the rule. I get to say this because I'm a woman. Can you imagine the outcry if it was a man singing this sort of shit? I know I'm off topic here, but this is something that really bothers me. I hate double standards with a passion. That Don't Impress Me Much is a decently fun song, despite my objections. If the lyrics don't bother you, you'll enjoy this one, I'm sure. As for me, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully never play it again. Anyway, scoring. The melody is a 6 out of 10. There are a lot of repeated phrases, but also lots of jumping around. The harmony score is a 7 out of 10. Lots of activity for both parts. The party score is a 6 out of 10. This is one of Shania's more popular songs, but it's only so relevant nowadays. The final vocal score is a 6.3 out of 10. This is easily the best of the pack. Too bad it still kinda sucks. I give That Don't Impress Me Much by Shania Twain a total score of a 4.2 out of 10. You have to be pulling my leg. The pack as a whole can't be this bad, right? Come on, show me the real pack. Wait, this is the real pack? Really? Seriously, without playing all of them, I can pretty much promise that any of the other 9 Going Country packs would be better. Dare I say it, this pack don't impress me much. I give Going Country 10 a total score of a 3.4 out of 10. That's my time. If you enjoyed, please be sure to give us a like. Also hit that subscribe button for more Rock Band content in the future. Be sure to check out some of our other videos, and have a great day, everyone.